Hey guys, it's Calibus Rand here. Today on Portal Talk, my co-host is of course my man Big L. Usually it's Big L and KOS, but tonight we got something special for you, and it's going to be done right after this.
What's going on, everybody? It's Portal Talk time. Portalites, fandomites, welcome to Portal Talk. So listen, guys, we have a special show for y'all tonight. As always, you know, it is us. So be prepared for a little fun, a little fandom, and a whole lot of hell raising. It is close to 9 o'clock. Y'all know what that means. I don't have to let you know. But we've got a great show here for you guys. We have Mr. Matt Balea from To Die For RVA. This gentleman I've known for quite a long time. We were just going over about 5 years now, and we started out as work partners. And now we've gone into kind of, you know, partners on this whole con situation. So I'm going to give everybody a chance on the floor to kind of introduce themselves and kind of what they do with Conjuring Portal, 7x7 Geek Fandoms. And then from there, Matt, you're going to have the floor, man. It is yours. You're going to tell us about To Die For. You're going to tell us about this weekend, and we're going to talk Tidewater Horror Con, everybody. I'm so excited because we got so much fun stuff going on. Without further ado, I am Big L. I am the Executive VP of 757 Geek Fandoms. I am one of the co-founders. I created 757 Geek Fandoms with my man. The guy's been with me through thick and thin for almost 30 years now. Mr. Jedi Joe, sir, tell us who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Big L. That's right. My brother from another mother. I am Jedi Joe. I am the president and co-founder of 757 Geek Fandoms. It's an honor to be here on the portal. And, of course, being around you guys, it's been also hearing a lot about Matt and his products and everything. So look forward to talking to y'all guys and find out more about this stuff he's selling.
Awesome. Mr. Marky Mark, our GM of the Cosmic Portal, sir, let us know. Even though you're a Star Wars fan, we'll let you talk tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Big L. So, yes, I'm the GM of the Cosmic Portal, as well as I do a podcast called The DC Reviewer, and we do the Blurs, and I also am on one of the members of the 757 Geek Fandom as well. I'm looking forward to this weekend being at the Tidewater Horror Con. I love horror movies. I haven't seen as many that I really love since recently, but I did enjoy Abigail. So can't wait to see what we got going on, and I'm looking forward to what's going on this weekend.
Fantastic. Of course, the man, the VP, I can't say enough about this gentleman. He is our VP of media operations. He handles everything for both Cosmic Portal, which he owns, and the 757 Geek Fandoms. Mr. Calibus Rand, sir, tell us all about yourself.
Well, like you guys know, we started out, each of us doing our own little thing, and COVID hit. I bumped into Alan a couple of times, but never had the nerve to really kind of say anything to him as we were, going around in these little circles. And one day he sent me a message, and it was like, "Yo, man, can you get a certain time that you're going to do your videos? I'd like to catch one or two of these videos that you're doing." And since then, man, we've been rocking since 2 or 3 years strong now, doing what we do, doing all the stuff that we're doing. I mean, we have the Klingon page, we have the DC page, the Court of Owls page. We run 4 or 5 different, podcasts, including ours, Dogs of Gotham, Big L's Rants, the Tag Team Champions, KOS and Big L. We have Path to a Galaxy Far, Far Away. The Warriors of Kronos, our Star Trek page. the DC Reviewer, and of course the Matriarchs, which is our all-female podcast. And we do all this stuff out of the love for the fandom because we don't get paid for it. So you guys are going to have to forgive the language because it is what it is. And there's the blurs, but we're going to put that on Patreon.
So Mr. Matt, Tidewater HorrorCon this weekend, Friday the 13th to Sunday the 15th. Your first con.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is
first time you have ever been to a con, and you're going to be a vendor. So tell us about To Die For, like what happened, how it came about, and just bring yourself to our fandom, as we like to say.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to be here, guys. This is awesome. I'll tell you what, all this stuff with my brand and To Die For was so unexpected and unintentional to become what it is right now. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and it just started off as simple fan art on a Facebook group for a movie. And I was just posting all these designs I was making just for fun, and people occasionally would ask if I could put it on a shirt. And I was like, I have no idea how to do that, but I can try to figure it out. Long story short, figured it out. People really liked it, and it got the attention of somebody that actually worked with the movie. And that person ended up sending a shirt that I made for the actor of that movie, and he started wearing it to all of his conventions, which built a ton of notoriety that was just snowballed unintentionally. This movie is called Terrifier, and the actor that got that shirt was David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown. And so with Terrifier at the time, the Terrifier 2 re-release was in theaters, and they were building a lot of momentum into Terrifier 3. It was just everything about that moment with Terrifier becoming so much bigger, and then that happening with my brand, it just clashed together and blew up into what it kind of is right now. And it's been a roller coaster. I mean, we've had some ups and downs, but just been riding it out, and just awesome opportunities that have come this way. I mean, just like being here with you guys tonight, and we have a contract, or we work with Return of the Living Dead now as well. This convention, I've always wanted to go to a horror convention and just experience it. So it's just surreal to do this for the first time as a vendor now, and just knocking two birds out with one stone and hoping that, I keep my cool and stay level headed. It's a lot to take in, but it's super exciting though. It's just tons of fun.
Well, that's great, man. So as far as To Die For brand, I'll get that out in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a little bit of what you're actually going to be having at the table. Like, what can people expect to see when they come to see you there at Tidewater HorrorCon?
Yeah, so I actually have my table right behind me. So I'm not doing any shirts, unfortunately, just because of budget restraints. I mean, I operate this thing solely myself. I do have but some help on the back end when it comes to the legalities and things like that, and just like business operational stuff, just giving me advice and, guiding me in the right path. But when it comes to the budget, that's out of my own pocket. So shirts cost a lot of money, and I can't guarantee a return on the investment right now to do something like that. So no shirts, unfortunately, but we are going to have some posters we made, buttons, stickers, things. And really the biggest focus isn't even really selling things for this convention, in my opinion. It's more so just spreading awareness of the other people that I'm working with as well. So I work really close with Steve Barton, who was the executive producer of Terrifier 2. And he has a autobiography coming out called A Comedy of Tragedies. So I'm promoting his book on my table, and I'm working with another movie called The Fetus right now, which stars Lauren Libera, Bill Moseley. So we're going to have some awareness. Actually, I'll show you one thing. It's right beside me here. Free condoms. Promoting the movie. So that's going to be a ton of fun to give out, just to spread some awareness instead of spreading anything else. Return of the Living Dead, just a lot of stuff that we're just spreading more awareness of. And if you want to make a purchase, we want the fans to know that they're being seen. So it's not even just about making a purchase to make some money. But I'll show you something here real quick. I should have had this on me, and I'm sorry, I'm walking away, but we have, with any purchase from Steve or from Return of the Living Dead, and of course I only grab Steve, but just as an example, for the sake of a receipt, we actually have signed thank you notes from the people we're working with for whoever makes these purchases too. So it's just one way to show that, this is more than just coming here to make a quick buck. We're here to spread a message, spread awareness, and to show the fans, that we care about the fans more than anything else. So
Absolutely. I mean, that's actually really cool to know that you're going to have that type of awareness at Taiwan HorrorCon. Now, like I said, this is your first con. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you've never even been to a con before.
never. Yep. There was a one in Richmond years ago that was like a really small Comic-Con event, but it wasn't even anything where celebrities came. It was just vendors there, and it was so nothing like this whatsoever. No.
Okay. All right. So what are you most looking forward to? Like, is there a certain celebrity, or are you just looking for the whole experience? Like, what is going to excite you?
The experience for sure. I will say I am a huge Chucky fan, and
Okay.
Chucky got me into horror. So, Alex Vincent, and just specifically, I related with him as a child so much with the doll. And just funny story with it, just to give you more of an idea of how this movie really inspired my love for horror, is Bride of Chucky was my first experience with anything like this genre whatsoever. And I was either in 3rd or 5th grade. I can't remember. I was with a buddy, and we were watching TV, and we're just laying in bed, just hanging out, a little sleepover on the weekend. And it was a USA Network. Don't even remember what we were watching. I just remember this commercial. It was a USA Network, and it's this Valentine's Day commercial. It's all lovey-dovey, hearts, flowers, all that. And out of nowhere, the screen flashes. It's lightning, and there's Chucky in the middle of the screen waving a knife, doing that cackling laugh. I've never seen this doll in my life, guys. My first experience this young, me and my friend both just threw the covers over our heads like, what the fuck was that? That did not, just wrecked us completely. And if that wasn't worse, eventually I had to use the bathroom that night. My friend's mother collects porcelain dolls, y'all, and they were just scarred me for that's why I'm here today. Scarred me for the rest of my life.
So,
And
it's funny you mentioned porcelain dolls. My mother used to collect porcelain dolls, and when my son was about 6 years old, we went to visit her. And of course, he's sleeping in the living room, whatever, and he sees all these porcelain dolls. He gets up in the middle of the night, takes all the dolls, and lays them on their face down. And she gets up the next morning, she's like, "Why are all my dolls?" He goes, "Because they were staring at me."
don't blame them. I can't blame them whatsoever.
Now, just like you, to this day, horror is his favorite genre. That kid, well, I don't say kid, he's 28 years old, will sit and watch American Horror Story with his now soon-to-be 6-year-old son like it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what's so cool about the genre, though. It's something where your first interaction with it, you're either going to, most people are either, I feel like, going to love it or they're going to hate it. And for me, that fear, it was the feeling of, after the fear settled and I realized that I was safe.
What is wrong with you, Mark?
Right.
Now you're just kissing
Okay,
people
now
off.
you got that going on. Come on, man. What's going on here? Where'd that even
What
come
is
from?
that, Mark?
Yeah, we're mentioning porcelain dolls. I got some porcelain dolls here too.
As long as they're in the box, we're good. Just keep them in the
Mark,
box.
just because you're so secure in your sexuality, you can show that. We're not good with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm dominating Matt's time a little bit, so I'm going to turn it over. Jedi Joe, y'all got some questions or things for Matt that he can kind of give us a little light to die for you?
Well, I actually have just got us in another horror convention, which is kind of hometown, very small. I know the guy that runs it, and he asks me every year to always come up with some type of panel. So I may have to get with all of y'all and bounce some ideas off of you, but I did come up with a title called "Why Horror Films?" or "Why Scary Movies?" And because I'm a big sci-fi fan, I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I do have my small list of interesting things to take in. And, I guess I could say, honestly, I'm not one to like to be scared. I kind of react too quickly for things, and it always seemed to be different side of the spectrum. So I guess
you're a bit of a pansy. We understand.
yeah. Well, I would say not a pansy. I would say I don't want to put myself in a position. I mean, what would you rather have on you, wine or blood?
I mean, nice. I wasn't using the other PU word. I said pansy and not the other one.
Yeah, that's all right. But anyways, it's actually been exciting to hear about Matt's work and everything, and I look forward to talking to him more there at the con. And I actually was on the site the other night, actually looking at some of his shirts, and was very interested in some of his shirts and everything. I'm a big fan of T-shirts. As y'all know, Calibus Rand does a lot with T-shirts as well. So now I got two people I got to look into to catch up on buying some shirts. Now I'm gonna go broke. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Thanks a lot.
Well,
I try to keep the prices down as much as I can, man. So I'll try
that's the same thing with me. I like your stuff. So being friends with Big L, I like your designs. There's a specific shirt that I've already seen that I wanted. Gave me the Stone Cold vibe at the same.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Matt, what do your shirt sizes range from?
So the standard sizes on the site, they're going to range from extra small to 3X, but we can do up to 5X as well. It's just doing that, the cost of production goes up a little bit. So with the amount of inventory I have on the website, I just haven't adjusted the price to be accountable for those different sizes. There are some shirts on there that are already adjusted, but if need be, we can go up to 5X for anything for the most part.
We appreciate that because fat people need the extra covering.
Dude, that's what I hear, man. I gotta say, yep, that's what I get in my inbox. Probably more than any other question is, do you do 4 or 5X? And that's when I finally, at one point, I was like, okay, I need to figure this out because this is, we need to help each other out. Come on.
Exactly. Because 9 times out of 10, when I'm saying, hey, Calibus, can we make that a 5X? And it's like, hold on a minute. I hear him kind of adjusting the price. He's like, well, it's going to be a few dollars more because, and I'm like, yeah, no problem. I got to cover myself. I don't need Baby Huey coming out.
Yeah.
so definitely appreciate the size up.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, I would say, when it comes to having to make stuff, you got to look at Omar, the tent maker, so Omar's got to get his side of it too, and things. I'm okay with the upcharge. Thankfully, though, I can tell you, I'm backing it through a 3X, so I don't have to go up sizes.
There you go.
I am happy to say that I am officially at 362 pounds.
Nice.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I started at 450. I'm down to 362. I'm almost 100 pounds in. I'm good with that.
That's awesome.
And the reason I say that, guys, I know we're talking about horror, but how many fat guys do y'all see actually make it in a horror movie? 2 things happen. The black guy dies and the fat guy dies.
Yeah. I was going to say, you got to get your cardio. I know, you got to get your cardio in. That's what they did in, what was that? The zombie movie. Make sure you got your cardio. Always check the back seat.
Here's the thing, Mark. You and I are already done. 5 minutes later, we're gone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but somebody's going to trip me in a zombie apocalypse just so they can get past me. That's just what's going to happen.
Heck yeah.
So,
messed up, man.
The sizes go up a little bigger. I love it.
Yes, absolutely.
This is our first time at Tidewater Horror Con as a group. But we've been doing cons now for several years. Jedi Joe, you've been doing them for eons now. But what kind of advice can we give to Matt to, with being this is his first con order, what would be some things you guys would say to him to say, hey, it's going to be okay. And these are some things that you need to be aware of or to get things done. So I'll go with you, Mark and Mark. What's some advice you got from Matt when it comes to being there at a con and setting up and all that good stuff?
I think one of the most things is make sure when you're sitting there, you try to be engaging with everybody that walks by, that comes to the table. Put yourself out there. I know it may be hard at times, but as long as you're engaging to people, that's something that helps out a lot. I know for me, I like to talk to people, especially about things that I love. And if they have that same type of interest, I'll just go into that knowledge, with what I talk about a lot. So just do something like that. I think that's always going to be helpful. And when you have products like that you have, I think it's going to sell itself to a point. So, once you introduce it, people are going to want to talk about it anyway. And especially that story you told about Chucky, I'd bring that up as much as possible.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Mr. Calibus Rand, sir. Any
Yes, sir.
advice?
Everything and anything will go wrong. I mean, you don't have everything you thought you have, you don't have. Your wires may not work to your laptop or to your whatever. The Wi-Fi might be spotty, so you're going in and out. Don't get frustrated and expect things to go wrong. Just keep rolling with it, because half the time people won't know it's wrong anyway. We did Mando Fest. So I'm in all this Mandalorian armor. I've got my laptop up. My banner's falling because I didn't have the proper tape, and my grippers to hold my banner weren't there. Luckily, I had somebody else there with me that had like extra stuff. The laptop didn't work. I brought the wrong plug for the laptop. And you just have to remember, not everything is going to go right, but it's the convention. Everybody loves the convention. Take that all in, because there's no experience like being at a good convention.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? You're just gonna love all that and the attention that you're gonna get, because that shirt right there is mine.
Well, Steve would love hearing that too, man.
I love that shirt right there. That gives off the Stone Cold vibes, and you know what I mean. I just love that one. But I think you're going to do well. We're going to be there too. So if you need anything, all you got to do is reach out, man. We're going to be here for the whole weekend doing our stuff. So if you need anything or whatever, we're going to be here to.
And Calibus froze again.
I appreciate it. And I'll just say one thing that he mentioned kind of goes along with my personal story and journey in this brand, and something that I've kind of like self-reflected on myself as things have kind of like evolved and escalated. And it's like a quote that I kind of tell myself now, that if you feel like everything is going right, then you're probably doing something wrong, or you're probably not doing enough. And I've definitely learned that for me to get something done the right way, I need to fuck that shit up at least 10 times first to actually do it the right way, and to see a positive outcome from it that has a return on all the work that I did, And so I will say it's intimidating getting into this, but I am very much accepting of whatever shitstorm comes, because at the end of the day, even if things go wrong, it's still something to either you dwell on it and you look at it as something that's gone wrong, or you look at it as something you can learn from to improve on next time. And that's been my mindset moving forward in this entire situation.
Oh yeah, man, 100%. I can tell you from the years I've been doing it with Jedi Joe, man. My first con was at Tidewater Comic-Con, and I'd never been to one. And I'm there just, I got a free ticket from him, and so I'm like, all trying to, what can I do to help? I'm to the point I'm annoyed, like I'm being annoying to him, because I'm trying to help out. What can I do to earn this ticket that getting to see all this stuff for free during this whole weekend? So I take it all in, especially take it in, because it's an experience. And at the end of the day, that's the one thing that I took away from it is yes, we're there to kind of promote our brands, to promote what we're doing, and hopefully be able to leave our day jobs and do this full time. I mean, that's the end goal for me. And the biggest thing in that is take it all in, learn from the mistakes. Like you said, you got to fuck it up 10 times to learn from it. You really do. We have learned, to give you an example, not to go to con without double-sided tape. So I went today, and like you said, this stuff comes out of our pocket. We don't have a con budget that says, okay, this is how much we can spend at con for, on supplies and, things that we need to whatever. Everything that we buy, decorations, tablecloths, things to put the banner and everything up, all of that comes out of my pocket, comes out of Jedi Joe's pocket, comes out of Calibus, Marky Mark's pocket. It all comes out of pocket.
Yep.
So today I spent a little bit extra money. The other day I did too. Picking up, things we needed, zip ties, super glue, just things that as we've gone to cons multiple times, we're like, shit, if I only had this, we could fix that or we could do that. So now we've got a running list. Okay, what is it that we put on the list that we didn't have last time? My wife has what she calls a con bag. It's kind of a repair bag almost. She's got thread, scissors, zip ties, anything you can think of to fix a cosplay or to fix the table, it's in there. On top of that, I mean, there's so many things. So, like Calibus said, the four of us are going to be there. Should you need anything, you need somebody to wash your table, you need somebody to help set up, tear down, whatever you need, do not hesitate. And I repeat this, do not hesitate to jump over. Hey guys, can you give me a hand? Can you do this for me? We are there to help you.
I appreciate that so much, man.
First time, we want you to feel accepted. We want you to be part of our crew, basically. We would love to have you as part of 757 Geek Fandom's, family, as well as the Cosmic Porto family. So anything that we can do to make your con experience that more enjoyable, all you have to do is open your mouth. My mom always said a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You've heard me say that before.
Yeah.
So, in a situation like this, just tell us what you need.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say as advice goes. Jedi Joe, you are the veteran. You are the OG, if you will. So tell us, sir, what other advice would you have?
Well, Matt, like I said, like you've heard, you're going to have us there. So if you need our help, you got to go to the bathroom from time to time. So you definitely need that. Probably one of my fondest things I could say is I pride myself on being around good family and friends to help support me. So, you can't do it all by yourself. Each person gives you that little bit of something that makes your brand who it is. So if you have your wife, your kids, other family members that are coming, that means a lot. Also, work well with the promoter. Don't be too demanding, but yet be firm about your table that you're paying for. You want the benefits of what you're paying for. I find that if you put something on the table that you can give out, like candy, because you're going to have kids that walk around, and people like to take business cards and, so they can know that I went by this person's table. I mean, you're coming to a convention, so it's these little trinkets that people do. I've seen kids come to my table more times than I can think of, and I'm like, oh, you're back again? Did you not get the right flavor? And next thing you know, they're like answering me. But the guys actually kind of gave you a lot. Like I said, I pride myself on being around family and friends to help support the club, the cell, whatever the case may be, working well with the promoter, and getting to know the people that's beside you, sharing information, networking, that sort of thing, because you'll come to find out that some of the people that you run into this weekend, you may see again, regardless if it's us, you may run into them again later on. With that being said, guys, unfortunately, my wife is coming out of the hospital right now, so I will have to leave the show. But Matt, I look forward to seeing you and everything. So hopefully, the advice that everybody's giving you will be well worth it to you, and it's an honor to meet you, sir.
Thank you so much. Likewise, and I really appreciate everything. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, I'm sorry I do have to go, but I'll
right.
talk to you later.
Take care, bud. Let us know how she's doing.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Good night.
So we lost Calibus due to network issues. Of course, Jedi Joe's got to go handle some family. Like we say, Darth real life. It always rears its ugly head. It just seems to happen that way. Matt, I think you can pretty well say that everything we do in daily life with TracFone, as far as networking and business cards and all that kind of stuff, is going to play really well at the convention scene.
Well, you know what's so funny that you bring that up, because of course this is my first convention and I've never walked up to a table at a convention to see how they're set up. I've never seen one firsthand other than that little small thing that, I mentioned they did in Richmond. The majority of my influence making this table was doing TracFone table events.
Yep. I can tell.
We used to do so many of them. I know we still do.
We do. We sure do.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. I was like, well, I need signage, just like I would have signage on my table if I'm in a Walmart. So I did signage for everyone I'm promoting. That's where it came from. And then the backer, which is, from what the pictures I've seen, most people have a backer if they can get one, and I would prefer to have one too. I think it just makes it look more full. I actually built that myself just with some PVC pipe and curtains that I found in Walmart. And I don't know if I'll be able to use the lights, but it is lit up as well. So I just, ran the lights through the back of it. And so, yeah, everything's just been kind of off the top trying to get it together. But to your whole point, it's, the experience you learn through life, like, it does not matter if it's specifically geared towards A, B, or C. Like, you can take that experience and apply it towards anything you want if you just really take a step back and think outside the box with it.
Yeah, 100%. As far as do the lights plug in?
Yeah,
they do. So, I would bring an extension cord just to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
I know since we're going to be at the Holiday Inn Express, there are plugins behind some of the areas. There are plugins in the floor. So, because we did MarsCon there, 3 years ago, Mark? 2 years ago?
It was, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, January.
Yeah.
We did MarsCon at that hotel. So, there are plugins throughout the walls. There are plugins on the floors. So there should be a way someplace to plug in at.
Cool. I do want to say real quick, I saw the comment from, and I think it was Imperial Renegade. He mentioned the QR codes, and thank you for checking out the site. Bam. So I don't have a lot of these left, but I will have these cards at my table. And saw the camera a little closer. So these are the cards that I have for my shop. I'll have those, but I also have I haven't printed it yet. I'm going to print a standee with this too. So if I run out of cards, there will be a QR code standee that people can scan at the table too. So
that was one of the, that's actually our Talon, Mr. Rob Ash, who posted that. He's been doing cons quite a bit as well with us.
Awesome.
He'll be there as well. When we do the Court of Owls, he will be our Talon. He's kind of the assassin, the scary guy. That's what he'll be doing. So that's one thing we learned is having a QR code is very important.
Yep.
Because a lot of people don't, they want to pick up business cards and they don't want to maybe pick up a flyer, but they'll scan that QR code in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's something they'll do.
It's just too.
That being said, guys, Tidewater HorrorCon this weekend. It's going to be at the Holiday Inn Express, 5655 Greenwich Road in Virginia Beach. That is right there near, right off of Newtown Road, near the ECPI building where the 7-Eleven is, right at the interchange. So if you guys come into Tidewater HorrorCon, just know hours of operations are from 5 to 10. Of course, all of us, or most of us, will be there early because we do have to set up. Saturday, you got 10 to 7, and Sunday is 10 to 5. Now, a shameless plug. I will be doing an actual panel at Tidewater HorrorCon on Sunday from 3:30 to 5. Dumb and stupid ways to die in a horror movie. So we're going to be talking about what are the dumbest and most stupid ways that you could die in a horror movie. And as you all know, like I said before, number one, don't be fat and don't be black. You're gonna die.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't be doing any hanky panky because somebody's gonna get you. Be on the lookout for the cosplayers. Be on the lookout for Jason from Friday the 13th. Maybe you might see a camp counselor. Who knows? You're going to see a lot of stuff there that's going to be great. A lot of celebrities. We already mentioned Alex Vincent from Child's Play. We're going to have tons and tons of other people that are going to be there. Matt, as far as cosplays, are you going to be doing any cosplays?
No, not yet. I mean, that sounds like so much fun that I want to get into. But good Lord, that's the last thing I've even looked into as far as, doing anything like that. But down the road, I mean, absolutely. Like, I'm going to have to do something. It's too much fun. And I'm really excited to see the cosplays, in person for the first time too, because, dude, the passion, like, and I say fans, and I'm not saying like the fans because I am a fan myself, but just the passion the fans put into this stuff when I see everyone at these conventions is just so fucking awesome. Like there's nothing like it. And it just, I'm just thrilled to see what this is like in person. So I'm not going to be doing it myself, but I can't wait to see it.
Oh man. That's the one thing. And Marky Mark will tell you, being a bigger person, it's hard to find cosplays that really do look flattering. However, what I will say is when you love the fandom, and we at 7x7 Geek fans like to say we put the fun back in fandom. I have fun playing Jason. I really do. I mean, I'm a taller, bigger guy, so once I get, the old clothes and everything on or whatever, and I get into that character, it's like it's stepping out of myself into a whole different character. So I do it for the fun of it. I don't do it because it looks appealing to some people or may not look appealing because I'm a bigger guy. I do it because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan first and foremost, and I do it for the love of the fandom.
Yeah.
I know Marky Mark's wife, Vonda, if you want to see some amazing Star Trek cosplays, this woman has an array of Star Trek cosplays, which is absolutely amazing. We actually met Vonda before we met Mark. And she's the one that pulled Mark and was like, you got to come see these people.
Yeah.
Mark, outside of the Court of Owls, are you guys going to be doing any other cosplays?
She's looking at me right now because, she has her costume set up. She's not happy with, what I've chosen because, me, I don't cosplay a lot. I usually... my hat matches my shirt, which matches my watch. So
you're very accessorized.
Yeah, I accessorize everything. My clothes match. So if I'm wearing Star Wars, I'm in total Star Wars. So, but she wants me to wear a costume. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. Friday I'm going to be coming right after work, so I'm just going to wear the shirt that you're wearing, the 757 round shirt. So I'll be wearing that on Friday. I'll have the Court of Owls Saturday. She's going to be in the Court of Owls. Sunday, what are you wearing Sunday? She's going to do her Medusa on Sunday.
Nice.
So for that day, I have yet to decide if I'm going to do that or I'm going to wear something or if I'm just going to have another outfit that matches everything. So we'll see when we get there.
Matt, have you seen our fandom shirts yet?
I don't think I have. Nope.
Let me grab a club shirt real quick. I'm gonna step away myself, actually.
But yeah, I have quite a few shirts. That's when I looked at your shirts and I asked about the size. I wanted to see exactly what you have because if I buy a shirt, I got to get a hat that's gonna match the shirt.
Definitely. Well, I'll tell you what. One thing that I'm trying to get back into that I was doing last year. I just haven't had time to like look into it. I think you're gonna love this because you mentioned, you know, matching everything up. So last year, a few of the shirts that we released actually had matching flat tops with them. So I would customize the design of the shirt to kind of go with the flat tops, and I sold them. You know, you buy the shoes, you get the shirt for free, and it was just a matching deal. So I'm trying to do something like that again, and hats considered as well too. So because I'm big on accessorizing, you know, my appearance and my look too. I'm like that. So I hear you. So, so any designs that I'm making for that, I always try to find a way to transition the design for another piece of apparel. So then if people do want to like match like that, they'll have that option too.
That's great because you can see my hats behind me.
I see it, man. I see you.
And think about it. I've got hats that match. I mean, I got shirts that will match the hat. So that's what I like to do.
I'm trying to get more socks. I want matching socks for stuff.
I have socks that match my shirts too. So
yeah. But other than that, Tidewater HorrorCon this weekend, guys, I think it's going to be an amazing time. Like I said, I should be there early to get everything squared away and get set up. Matt, give us one more rundown of the To Die For brand, and then we're going to close it out.
Yeah. Just for one, anyone listening and like taking interest, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. To Die For, the number one thing it's about is the fans. It's about, you know, giving the fans what they want, and not only giving them cool merchandise, but trying to find a way to blend an experience with that merchandise with the fans too. I mean, I've connected, you know, Steve Barton, who is the producer of Terrifier 2, also the founder of Dread Central too. He's been in the industry for 30 years, and I am just so blessed to have him. I mean, not just call him a friend, but honestly as a mentor in this whole journey I've been in. And getting to know him and hearing about his experience in the industry, the one thing that we both click on is how much we care about giving the fans an experience and not just a product. And I'm definitely moving forward with the outlook I have with this brand. It's the same thing. And, you know, with Steve's alignment with the, you know, the cast of Return of the Living Dead, I do a lot of work with them, and they're the same way. And that's why they were so gracious to write these little thank you notes and notes for the fans for anything they purchase here. Because we want to show them, you know, that like they are appreciated, like we are appreciated. And that's the biggest thing, is just, you know, giving them not just something cool that they can wear, but just something memorable with an experience that they feel connection to, I think is just really important.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, listen, man, we really appreciate your time and taking time out of your, I know, busy schedule. I know your schedule.
you know firsthand, yeah.
I know firsthand your schedule is very hectic. So thanks for taking time out of your schedule to be with us and to kind of share your love of the fandoms. We look forward to seeing you this weekend. We look forward to seeing the fans at Tidewater HorrorCon this weekend, September 13th through the 15th in Virginia Beach. Mr. GM, Marky Mark, please, sir, close us out for the evening.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, and as Big L and everybody said, we do hope to see you down at Tidewater HorrorCon. And I guess we'll be back tomorrow night to do the Star Trek show. Hopefully everybody will tune in for that. And thanks again.